Roger, you got company. That was the call I made last night on the Aaron Judge number 61 home run. Now, guys, as I titled this video, basically just to sleep on it, recognize that we were in the middle of history last night. I tell you guys this, man, it is even more on my mind today than it was yesterday. And it's funny because I had some people say, it's not that big of a deal, Pete. You know, it's not 70, it's not 73, and that's the all-time record. And this and that, we're going to talk about that a little bit. But I really want to just keep this on Aaron Judge for a second. And if you did miss my video yesterday, go ahead and click there right now. And it's going to be the 61 home run. So if you missed that, you get to see that. And on top of it, it's kind of dubbed with my call over it, which I've been saying this for weeks now, man. I take a lot of pride in being able to call it. I was actually just talking with my fiance about how I respect the people out there that are calling games every day. And, I'll be hopefully, I should be meeting Michael Kay coming soon, and just other people out there that are announcing games. And even if I have a difference of opinion with things that people do, I have earned a whole new respect for anybody that calls games daily, pitch by pitch, all that, has fun with an audience. I don't think everybody's as loud as I am, but, or does it quite like I do it, but it's just a different level of respect. And I took a ton of pride in calling number 61. I'll do the same thing for number 62. And I can't wait for that, especially that hopefully it'll come in these next 3 games at Yankee Stadium. There's an amazing connection there with this record and the Yankees. Somebody also said, it almost feels like a Yankee record now. And it kind of does. It really does. You got Babe Ruth, Yankee, of course. You got Roger Maris, and now you got Aaron Judge. And it's just phenomenal. First I want to talk about Aaron Judge and the season that we're watching. I mean, this gotta be the greatest walk year season of all time for any to-be free agent. I mean, how do you get better than this? And the story is not being discussed enough, because you want motivation. Are you a gambling person? $230+ million. Take it. Come on. We want to lock you up long term. Yeah, but I'm worth more. We're not budging. We don't believe that. We think the number we have is fair. I don't think it is, because there's a lot more I can do. All right, well, if we walk away now, we're not talking to the end of the year. Cool. Aaron Judge left a bag. A big boy bag, okay? Not a little couple of $100 there. He left a big boy bag on the table. All right? You got to say with every big boy bag he left on the table. This bag you throw over your shoulder like Santa Claus delivering presents. He's real, kids. All right? But Aaron Judge did that. Nobody's talking about this that much. He banked on himself. He could have got hit by a pitch. He could have twisted his leg, broke his ankle. There's so many things you could do on a ball field where, shit, you're out of luck, kid. I mean, yeah, you're going to have to reestablish value or something. Or take a short-term deal. Take a little something. Aaron Judge has put himself in a situation where, at this point, him and his agent makes the rules, and that's it. There's nothing you can do about it. So he tweeted today from the NyynewsTV account that at the end of the day, the greatest move the Yankees can make is lock Aaron Judge up long-term, just because of the bottom line number. At the end of the day, he's going to be a huge money generator. Going to talk a little bit, too, about what Roger Maris Jr. Said about him. I don't know if it's, I think it is Roger Maris Jr., actually, one of the kids of Roger Maris. I do believe it is Jr. But Aaron Judge's numbers on the years, his WAR is now 10.4. A 10.4 WAR. You guys already know, 61 homers, 313 batting average, If we go across the board, I mean, he leads in everything. It's hilarious to look at 130 RBIs for Aaron Judge. Also, yesterday's home run put the Yankees back in the lead. That's another thing. Late inning again. He's done that all season long. 7th inning and on. If you go back to my who's the MVP, to Aaron Judge is no doubt about it the MVP. I talk about all those late innings. His numbers go up from the 7th, 8th, 9th. They keep going up. He's doing tremendous in all those situations and with big power numbers. But again, 106 walks now in the season, a 313 average, 425 on base percentage, 696 sluggings. OPS is 1,121. OPS plus is 213. I might be wrong on this, but I feel like the average player OPS plus is like 120, if not a little less than that. So he is just stupid good. Also, 18 intentional walks for Aaron Judge, 16 stolen bags, 28 doubles, 173 hits, 130 runs scored. Okay? You hear all these numbers and it's like, all right, what doesn't he do? He also plays a decent center field most of the year this year for the Yankees and a great right field. One of the better arms you're going to see in the league and most accurate arms you see in the league. But in the historical context, now I might have a different opinion on this, but I'm going to tell you why I agree with it in an aspect of it, because there are people that's going to agree with this. Roger Maris Jr. yesterday, who got to live all these moments. He lived all these moments. McGwire, Sosa, Bonds. He lived all these moments, right? He sat there yesterday and said, if and or when, and I'm just paraphrasing here, if and or when Aaron Judge hits 62, he should be the home run king. This is coming from the family here, okay? This is not, we do not hold a emotion to the award, an emotion based off family, so on and so forth. Maybe a baseball emotion that this is what I believe. And yeah, you do get a little emotional about those things. But Roger Maris Jr., his father holds 61. We do know that the other ones, there are people that want to sit there and say, well, they cheated in the sense, even though it's a hole to go down, because you can say, well, baseball knew everybody knew this. Everybody knew it was happening, and they let it happen. Not taking anything away from McGwire, Sosa, Bonds being great ball players, and they all are great ball players. I don't care about steroids. They're all great ball players. But there are people out there, including the Maris family, that are very open to the fact that Aaron Judge should be the home run king when it comes to the single season record. You don't got to believe that. You don't have to agree. But there are people that see it that way, and that does hold value, especially for those people. Now, it is the all-time American League record, so that alone is impressive. So forget the overall award. What Aaron Judge will be is the all-time American League home run king when it comes to a single season. Overall, of course, you can still make the Bonds argument, but for the American League and the record books, it will say who has the most home runs in a season in the American League. It will say Aaron Judge in 2022. So that will be there. So it is just overall amazing, however you want to see that, however you want to look at that, what Aaron Judge has done. And I am just so honored to call 61, and God willing, maybe tomorrow, the next day, I will be calling number 62 for NYY News TV. And man, we've covered a show that we started late last year, and it evolved into where it's at right now. And I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier that this first full year we're doing this, Aaron Judge is just putting on a show. Forget what the Yankees have done. Forget that the Yankees are clinching the division, which I did not have in the offseason. Forget that they're doing all that. The fact that Aaron Judge is having one of the most phenomenal seasons in baseball history is just a thing that we will look back on. We're going to look back on this year for Aaron Judge. We will. We'll look back on it 5 years from now, maybe 3 years from now, 10 years from now. These are things we will look back on and go, damn, You know, I remember Judge in 22. Down the line, maybe a Jason Dominguez, maybe a Volpe, maybe a homegrown talent like Aaron Judge. We'll say, man, he's had a hell of a year, right? God, he's kind of off to that 2022 Judge season. You know, we talk about it with A-Rod when he had his amazing year with the Yankees. I mean, we talk about things like, man, he's off to that A-Rod pace. He's off to that Judge pace. You know, and that is something that will be discussed a lot. That's why, to me, it holds such significant importance. As a season, as a content creator, as a business owner, it's a clip that I want forever. I want to look back on it when I'm older and this business is more developed. They go, damn, I remember that. That was cool, right? You know what I mean? It's like, wow, we evolved since then. But it's just a cool thing to think about. And it was on my mind today. I said, you know what? I just kind of want to put my thoughts on the day after on record. I might do the same with 62 and seeing how that call goes and matching it up and syncing it up like I did in that video that I posted earlier that you guys could go back and watch. But let me know your thoughts, man. Like, what are your feelings towards what Aaron Judge did? You know, what are your thoughts overall in the 2022 he's having and what it means to baseball? And Roger Maris Jr. also said this is the face of baseball. And I completely agree with that. To me, Aaron Judge is the most marketable player in baseball. He is the face of Major League Baseball. Playing for the Yankees, yes, it does help. But guess what? That wasn't his choice. He's playing for the New York Yankees. It'll be his choice going forward. But as of right now, Aaron Judge plays for the New York Yankees. And it makes all the sense in the world that a couple of things will happen going forward. The Yankees need to do everything they can to bring back Aaron Judge. Steinbrenner, people like to tell you that Steinbrenner is a businessman. He's a bottom line guy. He wants to bring the money in. Aaron Judge will bring you the money in. And it's such an easy thing to do. There's so much creativity you could do around a contract, whether you decide on front loading a deal and using a lot of your young guys who, thankfully for you, are basically ready. So that does help to say we could pencil in here, we could save money here, pencil in there. You can do that. You can make creative trades, but you can also be very creative with a contract. Like I said before, you can front load. There's so many different things that you could defer. There's a lot of things that you can do money-wise to keep Aaron Judge here. But if you really want to sit there and go, obviously it's a business move, okay? The best business move you can make as a businessman is to bring Aaron Judge back. One, he also would have to become the captain. I mean, there's nobody more deserving of that line title. And I know people are going to say, Pete, he hasn't won anything yet. Hey, look, Don Mattingly didn't win anything. And I'm not comparing Judge. I'm just saying, you could be a beloved Yankee and not have one because we've seen it. So you can't say we haven't seen it. We've seen that. We've seen it. Aaron Judge should have the opportunity for years to come to win some titles with the Yankees. He should have that chance. And the Yankees got to be smart enough to go, there's so much money to be made here. And we know that this is the face of Major League Baseball. To let that go is a poor business move. Forget about what it just means for the team. It's a poor pocket move, a Skadal move. It doesn't make sense for the good old Skadal there, right? It doesn't make sense. So that's what needs to happen next. Aaron Judge needs to be re-signed. Judge needs to hit the 62. We'll see where he ends up. My prediction is 64, but we'll see. We'll see what he ends up. Just hope he hits one more. And of course, Yankee Stadium, these next 3 games, is going to be wild. Everybody's eyes are going to be on Judge still because 62 breaks the all-time American League record. And according to the Maris family, for them, listen to my words, for them, before you go jumping down my throat, for them, it would mean he is the rightful home run king. According to them, the first person truly, fairly, to break their father's record. And they have every right in the world because they have a real emotional attachment there to believe that. So you guys let me know in the comments below. It is the day after Aaron Judge tied Roger Maris with 61 home runs. Let me know what your feelings are, man. Did you have time to sit down and think about it? And where are you at mindset-wise? And aren't you in the same opinion as me that obviously the Yankees got to do everything they can to bring back Aaron Judge? But sum up the season. Sum up the season in the comments below. What do you think about the 2022 year so far for Aaron Judge? And like, share, and subscribe. You guys already know. NyynewsTV will be here for you. We'll be covering the next 3 games. You guys are the best. From me to you. Much love as always. I am out. Talk to you guys later.
before it hits the front page.